Hello, welcome. Welcome, my Taurus friends, to your Clairvoyant Alchemy reading for November 2016. The year is, I just say hasta la vista already. But what's exciting about this November, Taurus, you have this crazy good, potent full moon in your sign on the 14th. And it's a super moon in the respect that it's um, you will see it larger by 14% larger when we look up, and it hasn't been like it's been this close to Earth on its axis. It hasn't been this close to Earth to so we can view it larger since 1948, January 26, 1948. So that's sort of like so wonderful that it's in your sign, and you're an Earth sign. We're doing the Earth sign readings today. Yes, we are Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. And, Taurus, we talk about you because you are ruled by the Venus. And that's a wonderful thing to have going on as well. So I truly want to open up your reading with make sure you plan something wonderful for this full moon in your sign, and really take a photo moment if you can. Um, but full moons, we release what no longer serves us, releasing the past, and really, truly, we're gently trying to slow down 2016 now so that we can start harnessing this fabulous energy coming in 2017. And actually, Libra also in the mix with the Venus power and giant Jupiter, uh, the planet of abundance and growth and many positive things, luck, um, is in the sign of Libra till next October 10th, 2017. So you can see that Venus has influence with that as well. I think it's very, very good and positive. So, but for this month, I just behoove you to take some shine on your full moon because it's going to be one that we haven't seen since 1948. Okay, I think that's fabulous. Well, today with the earth signs, I have a new deck, so I've opened the reading with this new deck of mine, and I kind of like it. It's called Shadowscapes Tarot, and it does sort of work with the elements in the respect that she's got the dragons in here, the unicorns, the mermaids. You know what I'm saying? The Fey realm, Sidhi for the Irish folk. And for the monthly reading of November, the magician Merlin came in at the end as a lover of Vivian, the high priestess there. So it's like I said, okay, well, let's this special tarot of the moon garden, which I'm going to use for every single read. But for you with this full moon, Taurus, definitely, uh, it's just like it'll be wonderful. It's so special. And I have this little deck of cards because here it is, November 1st already. My goodness. I hope everybody has a safe Halloween, but here we are. And I found this deck, and this is really about the flower messages. And we're working with your earth sign, Taurus, Mother Earth, which we want to get grounded on her a lot. But I'm going to bring out these for you as well. So we're going to pick out a 6-card spread. And because we want the Fae realm to come through, we are working with Lucy Cavendish's Fairy Oracle, and I'll just pick one at the end. So this will be like our bonus card, okay? But yes, if you can all, and this is for everybody, all people, young or old, get outside, especially now here in the northern hemisphere, going into this autumn where it gets cooler, and it's nice outside right now. November, actually in Florida, November, I have to say, is one of the loveliest months. It really is. And December. Sometimes December's been cold, and January, but November and usually April, the most beautiful months. It's not hot, it's not cold. It's just right. Okay, well, let's see what the reading is going to have to say to Taurus for the month of November. Yes, and you're kind of a powerful symbol as well. and you're about being that determined personality, you know, and really you're the second house as well of the zodiac sign, and that's about, you know, possessions and money and things like that. So, you know, that's why many Taurus people can be good business people. All right, literally, um, they truly, you know, they have a way with it all, you know, and it's positive. So if you are considering, first card in my hand, you know, business opportunity, or if you're already involved, I mean, more power to you. Okay, really, um, you got it going on there. And we talk about you, Taurus, too, because the giant star Aldebaran fits in your third eye there. It's a giant red star, Aldebaran. It's very fascinating if you're interested because it sits right there in your third eye, psychic awareness. So positive. All right, let me just take time here. The first card's come through, so I'm just going to exhale out for a moment. Put that in. I bring my belly in, and then I take another deep breath, and I extend my belly. Okay, one more exhale helps. Okay. All right, so we have 6 cards on the table, and then we'll select one from the wild wisdom of the fairy oracle. And definitely, Taurus, go for what you want. Uh, you're the master right now with this full moon. And, you know, if you're lovers, you know, it's a sensual time too with the full moon. So make it happen, Taurus, because you got a lot of that in you as well. Okay, first card. Let's see what it says. The Seven of Swords comes through. Okay, well, here we have the mental um, abilities that you have. And we'll talk about this as well, that sevens are those, um, uh, time can be victorious spiritually, and then sometimes there can be challenges spiritually. Okay, so we want to work on whether it is spiritual or health or the way you're thinking. Okay, and traditionally, this card as well, the Seven of Swords, usually shows someone who's exiting from a window or someone's property, you know, carrying swords that even, you know, a couple are on the ground in a respect, like, you know, just not, they're not their possessions, but they want to grab your possessions, you know what I mean? So just be aware of that, and you do kind of rule that area, Taurus. So be careful, or, you know, not careful in the respect, just be aware, you know, be aware that there's sometimes, you know, forces out there that, you know, get envy or whatever it is, jealousies or whatever it can be, and they, you know, and you, Taurus, as well, you know, you're independent in the respect, and you're a go-getter as well, especially in the resources business, obviously while you're an earth sign, um, but just be aware that the first card that came through can bring a spiritual challenge, or if you're in charge, spiritual victory. Okay, so, you know, remember, you just use those horns and go after people if you have to. Okay, but just pay attention that either way, you know, either way, you're in charge. Okay, you're in charge. Oh my goodness gracious, look at this. Hey, Taurus, I gotta say, this card's already come through. And my, this is the seventh read now. So I can't recall, but it came from this deck. Well, it's come out twice already. This is the third time for November. The moon has come through. Number 18, the moon. And just for you with this Taurus full moon, we just took 5 minutes to talk about it. How cool is that, Taurus? Well, I have to say this is spiritual victory for you now. Definitely. I have to say, no worries here. Okay. Luna has come out for you. So please, my dear Taurus friends, make sure that you plan the weekend of, I think it's the 14th. Let me see. Oh, I got a little packet. Let me see. And this 14th is, no, the 16th, excuse me. Wait a minute. No. Yes, the 14th of November. Monday. That's what I want to know. So here, the weekend of Friday, 11/11. On 11/11, 12, 13, 14, you can start already setting it up for yourself, okay? Just set it up. I mean, that the moon has come through and we were just sharing about it is fabulous. And when this card came through, we were talking about it because, the high priestess is involved here. And she's all about the moon, but she's also about being secretive. So if you truly want to do some kind of, ritual for yourself or just go within to pray for what you would like to see in this, your own sign's grand full moon that's never been so large since 1948 near the earth, I say definitely you have to go for it, but do it in a not so much secretive, but yeah, don't share with everybody what you're doing is what I'm trying to say, okay? Because the moon is about the occult, all right? And we want to encourage dreams and imagination coming from this. But like most dreams, and when you imagine things, you don't go around telling everybody, "Oh, I just imagined this. What do you think?" We want to keep some of it private to ourselves. Let's use the word private, okay, instead of secretive. But remember, there's sensitivity here with the moon. Even they talk about that actually, how even the jail cells get all crazy on full moon nights because people are so sensitive to it. And and literally, I my Lord, I watch every full moon I can, every single one, take photos of them as well. So, but what are the odds of that? But now the moon has come out 3 times. That's pretty big that's like half, this is the seventh read and she's come throughout 3 times, Luna has now, La Luna. So I guess she's trying to bring it home that this full moon is, and Sagittarius has a new moon at the end of the month in November 29th, which is awesome as well. So, but yeah, let's look up and embrace and truly for all of us, for this full moon, all kind of people. Yes, let's do something special because 3 times it's come through. That doesn't really happen. Oh my goodness gracious. What? Look at this, Taurus. They're talking to you today. This is your trump card, the Hierophant. Oh my. That's fabulous. Wow. And this is in a traditional tarot looks like, a pope figure, someone who is of the spiritual realm in the respect, So very good. Yes. Embrace spirituality. Make it a victory for you, Taurus, that your trump card is here. It's pretty amazing. And the Pope, the Pope's all about that Vatican, all about money and possessions, right? They don't even allow us to know what's in that Vatican. It cracks me up, really. But this is you right here. Wow, this is so wonderful. This is like literally the universe is totally setting you up here. It's like the universe is saying something to you structurally right now. Okay, Taurus. Or if you have beloved ones who are Taurus, share with them. Spiritual victory with the Luna and your trump card. That's so wonderful. That's like crazy good. Truly, this is, that's why we read tarot to understand the journey of, earth, air, fire, water, and spirit. spirit source, God, whatever you want to call it. But it's come like that. Bam, bam, bam for you. Yes, spiritual victory is at hand. Believe. Yes, your moon is believe. And yes, your trump card is here. Believe. Yowza. Well, that's standing up strong here, Taurus. Boy, that doesn't really happen a lot. That you get, a card representing the moon. And, if you all follow me or you're new to my channel, that's really what I chose to do from the get out, is always follow, cycles of the moon. I don't do quarterly readings of it, but I try to do, I think I've missed one new moon in these 5 years going on. And this doesn't happen a lot, okay? And when it does, you should feel blessed, really. You should feel that most definitely the universe has picked you out, Taurus, this month. Okay? Go. I mean, really, revel in it. I would plan that weekend of Friday the 11/11 till your full moon. I would do something delicious in a way. Something really enlightening, inspiring, intuitive. That's fabulous. Look at this. Talking about transformation, you get another major arcana card, and this is what it's all about. Now, this is the trump card of Scorpio, but every read has come through with this new personal transformation you want to go. It's like we're resurrecting ourselves, okay? And we've been sharing, because we're in November, when we're going into a whole brand new year now, coming soon in a few weeks, we want to gently close down 2016, gently, okay? Take things to the shelter, to the goodwill, start just shutting down. We were sharing with this, so many people go into debt during these holidays. That's old school stuff, go out in the garden and bring some flowers to grandma. You know what I'm saying, people? It doesn't, or make them a delicious dish, It doesn't have to be store-bought merchandise kind of thing, unless, for little kids and stuff, that's a little different. But, I mean, if you have the money and you save money and you want to do it, hey, more power. But it's these people who go into debt, and I've seen it happen so many times, trust me. But look at this, the transformation card. I gotta keep holding these cards in my hand. There's no doubt about it. This is like, I was just saying, every other read I've been saying, well, this is the best read so far. But now I don't know. I giggle about it because it's like, you can't script this stuff, Like, that's why I personally like to select the random way, just in front of the camera. Because I love when this kind of happens. It's like literally it charges me up as well. It charges me up. And to know that it's in line with you, and that this full moon is so supermoon in size, hasn't been this close to Earth since 1948. It's wonderful. And personal transformation. It's like we really want to now take our bodies as a vessel, and we're going to bring in the light and the magic. And look at this. This is what you have, light and magic. You have Luna light here, which comes from the sun star, okay? You're going to have spiritual victory, no doubt about it, that the moon has come. That's your trump card. I know I'm repeating myself, but this has been the theme. Now, really, for a long time, transformation, we've been talking about that forever. But now we're calling it personal transformation, that you really going to put it together, okay? You're going to figure it out yourself, all right? It's not like going to a psychologist or anything like that. No, 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 no. This is something you got to do on your own, okay? On your own. But look at this. Your forces, your guides are with you. That's awesomeness. 3 major arcana cards, Taurus. That's wonderful. Out of 4 tarot cards, or 4 tarot pulls, you got 3 major arcana that are all about you right now. Transformation. And you get the first flower, violet. Sensibility. A high sensitivity lives in me. It is time to trust the warmth of others so my beautiful soul nature can be shared with the world. Ah, that's so pretty. Look at that with the violet. Yes. And for those of you who love flowers as much as I do, violets are gorgeous. There you go, sensibility. Okay. So take it to that next level, Taurus. A high sensitivity lives in me. It is time to trust the warmth of others so my beautiful soul nature can be shared with the world. And look at that capital S for your soul. And look at this. We can say it like this. Trust the warmth of others right here. Trust the warmth of these cards. And you know, some people say, oh, the death, and they get all straight. Well, I call it lucky 13, okay? Because yes, this can be an actual passing of someone, but literally it means transformation. We're going to the next level. We're going to say, aha, we're going to have that aha spiritual moment. And and we're going to be out there so everyone in the world you can share your beautiful soul with. And it has to be beautiful because look how these cards just pulled through for you today, Taurus. It's fabulous. Beautiful. Amaryllis. Courage. Wonderful. With confidence and courage, I take action. The amaryllis flower brings me all its inspiration, courage, and strength to take all the necessary risks to manifest the potential of my higher self. Vaya con Dios, Taurus. Look at that. Can you see that right there? Courage. With confidence and courage, I take action, just like a bull would. Okay, put those balls to use and take action, okay? The amaryllis flower brings me at its all its inspiration, courage, and strength to take all the necessary risks to manifest the potential of my higher self. Well, that could be the chant you use for this full moon coming through, even though we release, but that's you can say, I release what no longer serves me no more, my Lord, or whoever you know, chant to, and you say, I want to manifest the potential of my higher self. And that's what I'm going to bring forward. And 2017 is going to be all about that. Boy, I can't even cover these cards up. They're so gorgeous. Every single card has been just... Okay, hold on. I didn't really pick this card, but this card is in my hand. Okay, let me see. Let's read it. And if we love it, we'll keep it. If not, we'll pick another. The Midnight Prince. Ask for what you want. Be honest. Exclamation mark. Yoo-hoo. Okay, so let's see. The Midnight Prince. Well, with the midnight, maybe the best thing for you is to watch that full moon at midnight too. You know, that's how the ritual stuffs work, you know, whatever you're feeling. But since the card came out with midnight, and what a beautiful time, you know, to watch the full moon at midnight. I mean, that's usually the bewitching hour, like they say. Okay, the Midnight Prince. All right, it reads here for you. I think I'll keep this one. I like it. Ask for what you want. Be honest. This fairy prince is a wish granter. Okay. He's a wish. Now, this is a little long read, but this is so important right now for what you are have right here on this table, okay? Here we go. So make those wishes for the full moon with Luna. You know, I release this, and this is what I want to come forward. I wish to come forward and be honest about it. He is the wish granter. He will look right into your eyes and into your heart and see what it is there that you want. And then it will come true because he is a wish granter. And so before you see him and meet with him, you must be scrupulously honest with yourself. Examine your heart and your head and form your wishes from the very best that there is. Do not try to hide your darkness from him or excuse them. He has them too and does not find them bad, but he does know that whatever it is you want has been born out of all of you are. And if you remain unaware of all that you are, you will have wishes granted that somehow echo those unclaimed parts of yourself. Okay, so you see, you know, you watch, like, don't, isn't that a saying? Watch what you wish for. Okay, so watch what, because, you know, I have to say that the moon has come through in your trump card. I mean, like, and transformate, like, this is kind of a real deal. And I even have, like, my hair is kind of standing a little bit here, you know, like, I'm kind of feeling this, like, really, I think a magical thing can happen for you, Taurus, as long as you're honest about it all from your body, mind, and soul and heart. So, so ask truthfully for what it is you want, okay? And the divinatory meaning. If every thought is a wish to this fairy prince, what are you on your way to receiving? Question mark. This fairy prince is making an appearance in your life soon in the form of wishes and dreams coming to fruition. In order to create the greatest possible potential from these wonderful beings' abilities, be sure to know what it is you want, then to focus your thoughts, actions, emotions, and intent on this. Okay, this is real deal for you, Taurus. Bring all into alignment and be honest when there, bring all into alignment and be honest when there appear to be blocks. Then allow them to be released gently and without drama. And that's what we were just sharing. We want to exit this 2016 gently, okay? You know, no, really, that's the word right there. No drama, without drama, okay? But we're going to release, you know, again, toss out things you don't need, you know, toss out thoughts you don't need at all, okay? Especially the negative ones, because there's action here, and this is all a spiritual wave coming for you right now, okay? And take it, okay. Let's see. In order to create the greatest possible potential from these wonderful beings, okay, I read that already. Bring all into alignment and be honest with their peer gently and without drama. The thing is to be honest about what it is you want. There is no penalty for being so, and there is nothing to hide or disguise about yourself. Only be who you are and watch the magics begin to unwind in your life. The magics. And you know, one thing I love about Lucy Cavendish is she spelled magic with a K, right? Got the K in the magic. But look at this. This is right here, spiritual. This is how it is. This is like kind of, I have to say, like a magical thing going on. And that the universe, you know, has this full moon for you, right? We can't say that's human made. You know, maybe I'm a person picking out cards, but what's going to happen for you and what the cards are saying is that make those wishes, but be honest, because you might get what you wish for, and then you know it's not always going to be fabulous, right? And sometimes, you know, when things don't happen our way, you know, they also say that it may be a lucky thing, okay, down the road. But right now, you have Luna has come for Goddess Luna has come through for you to share spiritual victory with you, like you've been honored this month with the super moon here. I forget what it's called. I think it's called like a, oh, forgive me, people, you know, I'm not this, a perigee moon or something like that. Like it doesn't happen a lot. So it's like fabulous. And then this has been the theme. So we've tapped the themes, going strong, personal transformation, and the flowers even are whispering to you, yes, yes, courage, sensible courage to take on, you know, and ask for what you want. Wish it. He's the wish granter. I knew he was a cool card, but he did. He wanted to come out for you because I didn't really pick that card, but I'm gonna let that stay because it's too good, you know. And some of these cards in here are kind of rough and tough, and I really don't want to change this reading right now because it's wonderful. And I'm wishing you all the best, Taurus. Truly, this has been an enjoyment for me to bring this forward for you. And I know I've said it 80 times right now, but get out of that full moon, get out there. And if you can do it at midnight, that would be super moon cool. Lots of love to you guys. Enjoy Luna. I think it's November's happening, no doubt about it. But let's do it. There's no rush, and especially for those, you know, with the holidays, people start rushing around all crazy. Please, 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 let's, you know, let's just take it easy. We can always voice ourselves. Listen, I, you know, don't have the money this year. You know, whatever it is, We don't have to be rush, rush, rush. Okay. Gently is the word they used here, and that's the one we want to work with. Gently, let's shut down 2016, okay? Because 2017 is going to be, whoop, it's going to be moving, moving and shaking. And people like you going to get your wishes come true. Fabulous. Much love to you all. Ciao.